Welcome back. Today's Meet the Pack is going to be with Ammy, her pedigree name Miyax Amethyst. She was born here at Miyax Dogs. She is 3 years old now, will be 4 later this year. She was born around Halloween. She is around 24 kilograms as her adult weight, quite a slight young lady, very active. She's around 25 inches tall to the shoulder, so very medium-sized Miyax dog. She eats 750 grams or 3/4 of a kilo of raw meat every day. She's having about 80% muscle meat, 10% offal and 10% bone. She likes snacks and lots of them. She's still young, so quite high energy, burns a lot of calories. She does need a fair bit of exercise because she is still young at 3 years old. She likes to go out, she likes to go on walks, she likes to run around, especially with her current pen mate, Dot, who she and Dot have a wonderful play-fight relationship. They're pretty much always on the go when they're together. What are her positive traits? Well, she's super affectionate, super family orientated, very good, very well behaved in the house. Ammy likes to be around us all the time, and Ammy's good at listening. She's a real good learner, and she's generally very good at joining in with whatever we want to do, because Ammy likes to be the center of our attention. Ammy is very active because she is still very young, and she does like to learn, but she is very much a very kissy and affectionate, very likes to be around her family and her humans kind of dog. She is a little bit aloof with strangers, but we'll get into her background and her ancestry. So the reason that she's a little bit aloof with strangers is, first of all, at 3 years old, she's only just beginning to fully sexually mature, so she's just becoming an adult now this year. She's obviously got much better about novelty and strange people in the last year. She's pretty good with novel objects. The environment doesn't worry Ammy, but she is a little bit stranger danger. The reason being is Ammy is 66% Saarloos wolf dog by Ancestry. And then she has a little bit of North American grey wolf and German shepherd. So Ammy's mum, you guys have already met in a Meet the Pack episode. Ammy's mum is Fae, and she is half German shepherd and has that North American wolf ancestry. And she also has a little pinch of Saarloos. And Ammy's dad was also bred by us. His name is Roki. And Roki is a purebred FCI registered Saarloos wolf dog. So Ammy is obviously first generation Saarloos outcross. So she is 66% Saarloos. She got a little bit from her mum too, and then obviously half from her dad. And she also has a little bit of North American grey wolf in the form of Alaskan Interior, which came from the Cypress Creek kennel, comes a bit further back than that as well, to the Davidson wolf dogs that are there in North America. So she's a lovely combination of European meets North American. One of the most positive traits as well about Ammy is really just the physical look. For a dog that actually has a relatively small amount of wolf ancestry, because that North American Alaskan Interior wolf is quite a long way back. And the Saarloos wolf dogs, obviously when they were originally bred with what was likely European wolves to German shepherds, that's obviously also a long way back. So considering that it's quite a long time ago in her ancestry, we really like how lupine in look Ammy is. She has this fabulous big wolfy winter coat, yes, and obviously not at the moment because it's still midsummer, but even in midsummer you can see that the coat is quite thick. Ammy, she's kicking me. And in the winter she has a glorious big thick winter coat and a glorious winter ruff, and it makes her very lupoid looking, and she has a very beautiful, nice shaped face. We're really happy with the way that Ammy looks from a sort of cosmetic point of view. But we're also really happy with the way that Ammy has health tested. So she's had a genetic test with, there's a car coming. Okay, she's had a genetic test with Embark, which was all clear. There was nothing came back on the health screening portion of that test. She hasn't herself been tested for pituitary dwarfism. The reason being that her father is tested and his parents were tested and her mother is tested for pituitary dwarfism. All of those were clear, so it would be impossible for her to inherit or carry the gene for dwarfism, but we will screen that before we do breeder, just to tick the box and say that certificate's in her collection. She's also been x-rayed, and those x-rays have been evaluated by the British Veterinary Association. Her hips were scored at a 3 on the right hip and a 2 on the left, a total of 5. The guys are going to start howling, so we'll just give them a minute. We'll see how long it carries on for. Maybe she'll howl too. It's getting towards dinner time here at Miyax Dogs, so they're going to howl when they hear our voice. And her elbows have also been x-rayed and evaluated by the British Veterinary Association, and they were both 0, so they're perfect. We are looking to pair Ammy with another dog that we are responsible for producing, a little boy called Miyax Double Denim, who is currently with our friends over at Nestlin's Kennel. He's recently also been health tested, so that's something we're looking for to create a pairing within the future. Hopefully, Ammy will be a mum in early 2025 with Miyax Double Denim, and that will be our first potential rainbow litter of Lupine dogs here at Miyax Dogs, because Ammy, as you can see, is a beautiful kind of warm russeted shade of agouti or wolf grey, but she carries liver from her beautiful liver agouti father, and she carries blue from her mother, and Mr. Grayson does too. So there is a potential for solid black, solid blue, solid liver, wolf grey, agouti liver, and agouti blue, or known as sort of the blue fawns or blue agoutis. So there is the potential for every possible known colour in the lupine dog world to be produced from this pairing. We're not just breeding it for colour, we're breeding it because it's a really good match genetically on paper, and because they both suit each other really well in character. It just so happens that it will be the first time that that potential has occurred for us at Miyax Dogs. Do we have anything negative to tell you about Ammy? Well, yes. Okay, so Ammy's grandfather was a dog that was here at Miyax Dogs until he was an old man and passed away of old age, but his name was Ups Beathuk Tushunga, known very affectionately as Upsy here, and he is a purebred, was a purebred Saarloose wolf dog, but he had a habit of being very vocal, and in that enormous range of vocalizations that Upsy had, and has actually passed on to really all his downlines, is a very high-pitched yip, almost like a coyote or a herding, like a sheep shepherd herding dog, very high-pitched yip, and Ammy has very much inherited that. And when she gets super excited, she does the yipping, which we would consider a negative trait. It's not particularly something that we like to see in lupine dogs. It's not the end of the world, but it is super high pitch. It hurts my ears when she gets super excited, so we have to do a lot of work on keeping her calm when she's excited to prevent that high pitched yip. What else negative have we got to say about you, Ammy? Got to be honest, not a lot. She was born and bred here. She's been with us her whole life. You know, it's different to when you acquire a puppy or you get an outside dog where they have to learn to fit in. Ammy's always been here from day one. She was born here at this property, so you know, fitting in and living with Ammy day to day is super easy. Another car, it's super easy because she's always been here and she was raised by us from the very beginning. So we have very few negative traits for our lifestyle and for our family in the way that she fits in with us. We don't really have any negative traits beyond that very high-pitched yip that she inherited from Grandad Upsy. And I think it's fair to say that quite a number of his children and grandchildren, potentially great-grandchildren that are around now, also have that high-pitched yip when they get very excited. But it's not a negative, as in it's not difficult to live with. It can be difficult to keep her calm enough to stay under the threshold for that high-pitched yip. And it is easily rectified with treats and toys, we've found. Just put something in her mouth and it stops. But it is one of those things that is can be an irritating thing. It can be annoying. It's not all the time. It is only when she's excited. We don't really have anything else negative to say. I'm going to check with the cameraman. Anything negative about? No, Dad says no as well. So there we go. All round rave reviews for Ammy. Really excited to see what Ammy produces as part of the Miyax Dogs Lupine Dog program. And yeah, watch this space. We'll be back soon with another episode. We are going to be going on holiday soon. We're off to Scotland with some of the dogs, so we'll be making some videos while we're there. And we're going to be looking at some of that equipment and gear that we take with us when we go on holiday, because we thought that might be worth sharing and worth you guys knowing about. So we're going to do a little bit of that while we're away. So that'll be coming soon. The remake of Ash's Miyax Dogs Meet the Pack will also be coming soon. That is still underway. As I said, the last episode that we did for him and Meet the Dogs for Ash didn't all upload for some reason. It's missing some of the video, so we are going to redo that. Like and subscribe, guys. Help out with the algorithm a little bit if you can, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.